Sawasdee ka, I'm Sotchin Limgriengai and welcome to Be My Guest, the programs that brings you successful stories of institutions and entrepreneurs in both international and domestic arena. The booming growth of artificial intelligence or AI around the globe makes new opportunities and businesses. In Thailand, the AI industry is in a very early stage, but there are huge demands for AI applications to solve practical problems, such as replacing routine tasks, saving costs, and improving services. Our guests today will share with us some insights about this topic. In today's episode, we are joined by Dr. Suthi Sopan Chuaywongyat, Leadership Development Consulting, and Kun Mantana Raksa Chat, Leadership Development Consulting. Sawasdee ka.
Sawasdee ka.
Thank you for joining us today. So first of all, as we all know that Thailand is entering its digital era right now, and artificial intelligence is also playing a more important role as each year goes by. So in your opinion, how do you think the AI plays a role in this era? How important is it?
In the coming of digital economy, and AI is a part of it, I think a lot of company and business will gain a lot of competitiveness through its efficiency, through its productivities, and also it can help all the business to understand customer more and more. So nowadays, people not just only buy the products or service, but they also want to experience that product and service as well. And AI play a very important role in helping us to understand what customer really need and what kind of social interactions that has been through, and at the same time can offer the product and service that match with their need or their more than a need that we meet it every day.
I see.
And in addition, I think the most importantly that in Thailand probably we will not see it as something that benefits us, but we see it in the way that it's gonna destroy the world, take over our job, So that feeling, creates some kind of fear rather than hope. In that sense, it makes us not give a very good collaboration to the technology or AI or robot.
I see.
But if we consider, what happening in the past, we can see that this is not something new. Because if we turn the time back to 18th or 19th century, we can see that in the revolutions of agriculture, we already faced the same thing. In the past, all the farmers that work in agriculture, they work by using the manual workforce. But the revolutions of agriculture then bring in technology, machines, tools that can help the agriculture business grow very fast, and that can help all the consumer have more food and productivity increase. So in that sense, it's bring a lot of innovation, bring a lot of productivities to us. And if we turn the time back 20 years ago, consider America as a country, the job of agriculture farmers has been decreased from 80% to 2%.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And it means that what they are doing right now they become have a lot of jobs that has been increased recently. For example, software developer and graphic designer. All of these jobs not exist in the past, but with technologies coming and bring also a lot of opportunity for new jobs. So the next generation farmer, instead of working on the farm, they send their kid to school and then working in the more high value job, which means those many new jobs that existing in the new world. And at the same time, if we consider technologies bringing a lot of opportunity, same when we go to the AI era, they bring in the new job as well.
I see. So instead of thinking of it as taking over our jobs, it is basically creating new jobs instead of traditional jobs, creating more opportunities, more skill actually. So that's actually a positive way of looking at it instead of being scared of it. So in this sense, as you know, there are so many industries right now trying to apply artificial intelligence into their companies. How do you think organizations should prepare themselves or develop themselves in a way to adapt to this artificial intelligence era?
I have a chance to talk to the owner of AI, robot technologies, Dr. David Hansen, and he is the founder of Hansen Robotics. And we have a good talk, about how it's going to develop, and we find out that in about 10 years, 20 years, that AI can fully develop and work as human. So I think during these 20 years, the organization and the leader should focus on preparing the leaders or the people, especially with some skills that it cannot be replaced by the robot. And I think there are some skills that should consider, especially some skill that this is the strength of human. I can call it human moment. And for example, empathy. And this is a very strength of human that even robot can interact, they can talk to us, they can communicate, but they cannot understand, what I'm thinking about, and they cannot sitting as in my
your shoes.
My shoes.
Yes.
So this is strength of human. That's why we can work as a team. We can connect to each other because I'm sitting on your shoes and I know how you feel. So human should develop this strength for us in order for us to be more competent, more understanding, more empathy in working as a team.
I see.
And the second skills that humans should be focused on is curiosity. And I think even the robot can do some art, the robot can do some cooking, but they cannot have a sense of they want to know what's happening there.
They cannot think out of the box.
Yeah, and they cannot questioning something that in front of them. Why this happened, and how it's gonna be. And this is really the skill of human. And we have all of that strength. But if we just focus on technology and forgot about building this strength, then I think in the future, in terms of creativity, innovation, it's only from human, not from robot. And it can be the way that we can create new things for future world. And the third skill that this is the human moment as well is the decision making or making some judgment. Even robot can say, okay, this is right or wrong, but sometimes working in the organization, we need some decision that's in between, like in the gray area. And this is really the skill of the human who say that, okay, if the situation comes this way, we should go for this solution.
I see. So basically, we still need to be human, keep ourselves, on the ground, and keep what we, pride ourselves for. Not just think of technology, but try to keep what human inside us. I see. Well, now we take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk more. Welcome back to our second break. So we already talked about human moments here. So right now, can you elaborate more about maybe the word human moments? What does it actually mean?
Okay. The human moment has two prerequisites. Firstly, people, physical, that they show in each moment, right? Second one is mentality and intellectual attentions.
I see.
We need to build both at the same time. Firstly, let's say that when we ride in the airplane 6 hours, shoulder to shoulder with someone, not having any human moment the entire, right? That might be happen at the same time, let's say at work. When you have meeting with someone even 5 minutes, but you not pay attention, or you pay attention but
your mind is
your
elsewhere.
mind. That's right. Something like this. We need to control ourselves. And from nowadays, our situation change very, very fast, right? We have many equipment tools. Let's say like mobile, tablet, right? And many meetings. How can we control ourselves to show human moment to the others? This is very important. We have the way or the secret that can help you to prepare yourself to build an effective human moment.
Okay.
We call super skills.
Okay.
Super skill, it means the future skill for human.
Okay.
Okay, firstly, be present. Mean when you be with someone, you talk with them, you set the time, get rid of something that not involved with that moment.
Yeah, like your phone.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we talk to someone, we just grab our phone and just start typing.
Yeah, that's right. And it seems easy, right?
Yeah.
But actually, it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
Or the
I
first thing,
agree.
right? If you cannot be present, robot can do better
Yes.
human moment than you. Okay. Secondly, we call hyper awareness. Hyper awareness means your self awareness to trigger your emotion, your bias, your thought. Let's say that I'm talk to you.
Okay.
If I'm not trigger myself, if you and me have some different personality,
Yes.
right? I might have some idea that in my mind
Okay.
that I'm not expressed to you.
Yeah.
This will reduce our human moment.
Okay.
So people need to have self-awareness
Okay.
to really understand your own bias, emotions toward others.
Okay.
Okay, this is second thing that we need to develop ourselves.
Okay.
Many people might think that they have self-awareness skill, but some organization did this research. Let's say like 400 people, when we ask what number do you think that they have self-awareness? More than 90%. But the fact is that just only 10% that
Really?
yes.
That's a huge misconception right
Right,
there.
right. Let's say that if you ask me, do you have self-awareness? I might say yes. But if you ask Dr. Suthi Sopan, does Mantana has self-awareness? Dr. In might say no, right?
Yeah.
This is how we need to really understand our emotions.
I see.
Okay. And the third thing is we call decoding. Decoding is really important because as a robot, right? If you communicate with robot they have the program inside
Yes,
their
yes.
head, right? But as a human, let's say right now I'm talking with you, you have something in your mind. I also have something in my mind. During the conversation, I really need to decode something. It's mean like I need to guess some assumption from, let's say like your eye contact. I mean the conversation that flow in the air
I
that you
see.
didn't speak.
Like expressions,
Right,
basically.
right.
Yeah.
This called decoding.
I
So
see.
you cannot decode just only the verbal. You need to decode all signal, so you can build more human moment.
I see.
Okay.
I see. So these are the skill sets that humans should develop further in order to, let's say, be superior than robots. Otherwise, then we're just another robot, basically, which it seems like we're turning into that.
Right.
more
Definitely.
each day.
Definitely.
And I think this is basic skills that humans should have anyway. And people tend to forget that when technology takes over, it seems like their minds just rely on technology.
That's
at
right.
this
That's
point.
right. Many times, my son told me that, "Mom, I already text you." It means that maybe he didn't decode what else that I might thought, right?
Yes.
That's not on the message, something like
Yeah.
that. We rely on the written or the
Texting.
text.
basically.
Right.
Yeah, because while texting, you don't know their tone, their facial expression. Everything is just words. So it's in your head what you decode that text. So that
That's
is
right.
actually a very good skill to
Yeah.
have to learn decoding and look at people's features. So you mentioned these skills. How do you think that you can help enhance, or how the people can enhance themselves, make it better? As we already know, these are the things we need to do, but how to make it better?
Currently, in our development, how can I say, development technology, human development technology, we have some tools that can help you really understand yourself. So you will better have self-awareness. Then you can build your development plan. Let's say like if I have challenge in terms of decoding.
Okay.
Then I will have the action that can improve it. So firstly, you need to do some we call assessment to really understand ourselves. Okay. So after that, you will have a better self-awareness, and then you will find the way that really, like customize or individualize in terms of develop you for better human moment. As you mentioned, human moment at this stage very difficult because many moments that you interact with others, we interact without being present. Let's say like you talk with your boss that maybe meet you only once a month. Human moment very difficult if you not meet each other because you cannot show another person. Really difficult to show your attention on the phone, right? Even you pay attention on your boss on the phone, but it's very difficult for him to understand that. Yeah.
True.
Okay.
And this goes for every relationship, I think, even with two mother and son or couple, girlfriend, boyfriend. I think it's very important.
Yeah. So nowadays we have the program or the thing that can help you after decoding, right? You need to voicing, express your true feeling. It's very difficult. This morning I met with the top executive of a famous company. He said his secretary always come to work late. He think she should know herself. Even he is the owner of that company. He said more than many years that he not tell this woman that she should be on time as a PA. Yeah, this called expressing your true feeling. This is another skill that we can practice. You might think, oh, why you cannot just only say it, right?
Yeah.
Need to practice it.
Okay.
Yeah, because humans sometimes we more concerned to show our.
We think too much. Basically, we overanalyze everything, and we just think, should we say it? Should we not say it? We just think too much. Maybe it's just easy to express ourselves. Maybe.
Right.
Which is a good skill.
Okay, effective human moment. You need to understand the outcome that you want, right? Otherwise, you might waste other time. Let's say like if I talk to you 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and you don't understand what I want from that conversation, right? This is we call flow control.
I see.
Any human moment, you need to control the flow to be effective by understanding what is the outcome that you want from that human moment.
So now we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll talk more. Welcome back. We are still here with Dr. Suthi Sopan, Choi Wong Yat, Leadership Development Consulting, and Kun Mantana Raksa Chat, Leadership Development Consulting. Welcome back again. So I've heard recently that there was a seminar held called Human-Robot Partnership. So can you tell us a little bit more about this seminar?
Let me go back to the inspiration first. Actually, a lot of people talking about robot or technology or AI taking our role of a job. So it creates somehow the fear rather than hope. That's why I'm thinking to myself, is that true? And actually, this question has not been proven yet. And one day, I'm sitting with two of my daughters, and one of my friends sent me the video YouTube of Sophia, which is the robot. She's the one who is the first citizenship robot in the world. So I watched this YouTube with my girls, and I can see their eyes that this seems that it's very interesting, and they say that I really want to meet Sophia. So I'm thinking to myself, why are the kids seeing it in a positive way? And we, as adults, we feel that this is threatening our job. So I'm start studying about Sophia. I'm start studying about technology, and then I'm thinking to myself, it's time that bring in Sophia and let all the people in Thailand experience, and then we can see that is there anything for us to be aware of, anything we should improve, anything that we can prepare. And it's a great experience that we work with the global speaker and also the founder of Hansen Robotics, Dr. David Hansen, who is developed all the robot, which is human-like.
I see.
And when I work with him, I think all the Thai people who has been participated in the event have learned a lot. That especially for the new generation leader, we should give them the opportunities to think and to dream big. Because this is somehow that creates more innovation for the future. And if we as the parents talking about technologies in terms of negative, then it's kill all the innovation from our future kids.
Yeah. You already plant that seed of fear inside them. So instead of creating curiosity, you create fear, which is actually a negative thing.
Yes.
So you mentioned that there was, keynote speakers there involved in the seminar. Who were they? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Apart from Dr. David Hansen, we also have Chris Riddle. We know him as the global futurist. He study trends and he predict the future.
Okay.
He can brief us. He briefed 20 years in the futures in 20 minutes. Very exciting.
Okay, sounds very interesting.
Yes, and many participants, they are from banking industry. Even they watch many video on YouTube or from Facebook, right? But when they learn and hear from him, it's really inspiring. Many of them told me that in the past they just fear, but now they also have hope that in the future human need to do something, collaboration with robot that will improve our society.
I see.
Just
so what did he say, basically?
Basically, let's say like in the past when our kids, right, have time with television, watch televisions, or just only play the game. We think that that's bad, but actually we cannot tell good or bad something that happened now. We just need them to experience many things, because in the future you might not know that what is the career in the future. Even now some organization they predict the career that will happen in the future, right? But maybe not right. So now what we can do or prepare our kids, we need to equip them with more experience, more capabilities, right? We should not told them that what career that they should be. When I talk with my friend who work in the finance industry, they dream that one day their kids will be like them. But maybe in the future, that job has no longer, right? Yeah.
Which, it reminds me of another job, gamer.
Right.
Before, gaming was
e-sport.
It's a very bad thing. Like it would drag you from, your studies. But now it's actually a job and you get paid really well to do it. So that's another example.
Right. Many times we just think, we need to think out of the box. But nowadays more than that. We need box.
So in that case, there was Mr. Chris who was there, and who else was there to give a special
another
speech?
one, Norman Barclay. He is the author of Facet 5. Facet 5 is the personality assessment. Norman working in this area more than 30 years, and he has experience with many executives, and especially the one who working in the technology industry. He did some research. What kind of the personality or capability of the people in the future who work in the, we call the environment that change, that you cannot predict, right? If you, what kind of the personality that will support, and he share with us what we should prepare for ourselves to cope with that. Example. I try to think about his life. Super skill that I mentioned earlier is one thing. Another thing, like as you know, robot they have no personality, right? Though robot actually they have no motivations, but each individual we have different motivations. In your, what is your motivations?
Culture.
My motivation might be meeting people. Your motivation might be something learning something and other might think oh my motivation is building a long relationship something like that robot have no personality no motivations but we have different motivation that's why when human work together we can build a better society than the robot but before that we need to understand what is motivation for each person okay it's about how we build better society by understand other personality motivation something like that
I see so basically just telling you how you can be more human basically and the skills that can help you to become more human than
it's
robots.
funny right
yeah it is
now like
It's
okay
quite
we are
obvious.
human we have dream but we seem not like human anymore
Yeah, it's just we overlook I
we
think
become
sometimes.
robot
right and now robot look like human than us
Exactly, which is true. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights and having a fun talk with us today. Thank you so much.
thank you ข
ข
อ
อ
บบ คุณค่ะ
As Thailand pushes forward to the digital economy era, ramping up the use of artificial intelligence will serve not only to transform the world of business, but also how people live. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. See you again next time. สวัสดีค่ะ